What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another Platinum Trophy video for you guys. Today I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy in MLB The Show 22 on the PlayStation 5. Now, the last trophy that I do have to get is Pitching Rook, which is to promote to rookie pitching difficulty in dynamic difficulty. This is one of the most annoying trophies in the game, along with Batting Rook, but Pitching Rook is a little more annoying because the pitching upgrades a little bit slower. If you guys do go on to enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on the game down in the comments below, and consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification to stay up to date on all my new trophy content. Anyway, with all of that being said, let's get right into this video. I do live stream myself getting all my Platinum trophies on Twitch, so if you want to follow me, there's a link for that down in the description below. So for Pitching Rook and Batting Rook, what you need to do is you go into the settings of the game and you're going to put the difficulty on dynamic difficulty. And what that does is it will slowly increase the difficulty the better that you play the game, either batting or pitching. You need to do it for both of them. The thing is you can set other settings up to make it a little bit easier with like sliders and stuff. And the sliders make batting a lot easier than it is with pitching. So with all of that being said, you can get through the batting difficulty trophy a lot faster than the pitching difficulty one. I believe I did the batting one in like 2 games, and the pitching one took me like 3 to 4 or something like that. So it took me almost twice the amount of time to do it. Now, with all of that being said, this only took me probably about 2 to 2.5 hours to do from scratch for both of the pitching and batting difficulty trophies. So overall, it's not too bad. But it is a little bit annoying because the pitching one is slower than the batting one. So let's talk about the rest of the game. What do I think about the rest of it? So I did recently just do this on the PlayStation 4, so I did have a little bit of knowledge of going into it. Definitely the most annoying thing about the game is there is a co-op trophy where you need 4 people in order to get it, and I wasn't really able to find people online in order to get that, so Brian did help me with that, so I do appreciate that. And then for the rest of the trophies, I really thought that they would be difficult, in all honesty, but a lot of them you can set them up and get them done extremely fast just by doing sliders or playing different game modes or stuff like that. Like catching a ball that's hit at 110 miles per hour or more, something like that. Super easy to do. You can just do that in retro mode, you know. Hitting a home run off a 100 mile per hour pitch, super easy to do. You just pick a pitcher, you put the slider for fastball speed all the way up, and then you should be able to get that pretty fast. So all of those other trophies are very, very easy. There's a lot of gold trophies in this game that are super easy. So if you guys are looking at doing it, I would highly suggest it. But let's talk about this trophy a little bit. So for Batting Rook, what I was doing personally was I was using the PCI batting, but I wasn't really moving the PCI around. But then I changed it to the timing one, which is like the easiest one to do, which is basically all you have to do is just time your swing. You don't have to like locate the pitches or anything. And that did make it a little bit easier to get through the Batting Rook. And then for the Pitching Rook, I was using pinpoint pitching. There is a trophy where you do have to strike a batter out using pinpoint pitching, and it has to be a perfect release or something like that. So I was already pretty familiar with the pinpoint pitching, so I was like, you know what, screw it. We'll just do it with pinpoint pitching. And to be fair, when I was doing this on the PlayStation 4, I felt like when I was doing the metered pitching, it was taking a lot longer than when I was just doing pinpoint pitching. So maybe that's just a placebo effect, but it felt like the pinpoint pitching was going faster for me, upping the difficulty than doing any of the other pitching. So completely up to you what you want to do, but like I said, when I was using pinpoint pitching starting from scratch, I think this was my 4th game that I played. So 3.5 or almost 4 games, total games in order to get this done is pretty good. The other thing to note with the Pitching Rook is it's not specifically tied to just pitching, if that makes sense. It is tied to pitching because you do need to be pitching. But as you just saw with that play right there, I was able to get an out by the guy just flying out. If you're able to get outs, I believe these count towards your pitching difficulty. So as long as you're not allowing hits, it will count towards your difficulty or upping your difficulty with the dynamic difficulty. So as long as you're getting players out, you're not letting people get hits, you're not letting people score, you're not walking people, that should update your pitching difficulty through the dynamic difficulty. And the only reason I know that, I was a little skeptical of it, but the only reason I know that is because I did end up getting my pitching difficulty trophy on a fly out to left field. So that's kind of like, hey man, if I got the trophy doing it, then it's got to count towards it, right? It has to. So we should be coming up to our last batter soon. This might actually be our last batter. A little bit of a fight here. And to be fair, I was throwing fastballs a lot of the times, and then I started throwing sliders and stuff a little bit later when I was getting to like I think it's amateur plus or something. The one right before rookie. So here we go. We're going to fly this guy out to left field. We're going to catch the ball, and then that will actually give us the trophy. So that I didn't know, but there you go. There's pitching Rook, and then that will get us our platinum trophy. It's just called, I don't know what it's called, but that's the platinum trophy. So anyway, with all of that being said, let's take a look at this list. So here it is, 100% with a platinum, no DLC or anything. And as you're looking through the list here, you're going to see that there's trophies for a variety of things. Definitely the most difficult thing is going to be being promoted in the rookie for the batting and pitching trophies. But there's no like single player stuff related to like Road to the Show or Road to October. There's no like Diamond Dynasty or anything. You just have to create a Diamond Dynasty team, but you don't have to do anything in Diamond Dynasty. So that's a little bit frustrating. I wish there was more tied to that, but overall speaking, pretty easy game and pretty easy platinum considering everything that you have to do and all of that. Anyway, let's take a look at the profile. Trophy level 691%. Got 15,405 total trophies. Got 10,219 bronze, 3,471 silver, 1,452 gold with 263 platinums. And like I said, 15,405 total trophies if you're into that numbers kind of stuff. And then here's the platinum trophy itself called King of the Diamond. I forgot that one earlier, but there it is, King of the Diamond. So I don't really have much to talk about with this game from a difficulty perspective and everything. I think it's actually super easy. It's actually one of the easiest MLB The Show games that I've done so far. And I know as they have been coming out with 23 and now 24, they keep getting like easier and easier for some reason. So yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. But if you are struggling with any trophies or anything, there's plenty of guides and everything. And like I said, there's always a way to get something done. So if you're struggling with something, look it up. There'll be some sort of method or game mode or something that you have to do or slider that you can tweak in order to get it done pretty easily. So anyway, let's talk about some numbers here. So if I had to rate this trophy list out of 10 from a difficulty, I don't know what I gave it on the PS4, but I think I'm going to give this like a 2 to 3 out of 10. I'm leaning more towards the 3 out of 10 because you do actually have to play the game and you do need to understand and you do have to work through that dynamic difficulty. So it's not really just a handout, but I don't think that makes the game super hard. Like I said, you can mess with sliders and settings and stuff in order to make it a little bit easier on yourself, but generally speaking, there is some difficulty to it because you do have to do that. Time it takes to get the platinum, you're probably looking at like 5-10 hours max. The dynamic difficulty trophy should take you like 2 to 3 hours, and then I think you should have another 2 hours of just various cleanup, and you can actually do that cleanup as you're going for the dynamic difficulty trophy, so you can kind of tie them all together. So you should play for no more than 10 hours if you're going for just a platinum. So 3 out of 10, 5 to 10 hours, super enjoyable game. If you're not into baseball, I would actually suggest to pick this up just as a game to play. It is a lot of fun, and you don't really need to know the ins and outs of baseball to get this platinum. And like I said, plenty of guides and stuff out there if you are struggling. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all sorts of stuff, my Twitter, my Twitch, all the platinum trophies that I've gotten over the who knows how many years of trophy hunting, Trophy Hunters Gaming, where I'm posting all my trophy and collectible guides now. So if you want to go subscribe, support, do any of that stuff, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Like I said, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. And I hope to see you all around sometime soon.